What's up, Monzio Mama? How we doing? Episode 3.
Hey, three
Okay,
episodes.
3 episodes in. We're finally getting into some good content. We just had to straight up show all the things and tell everybody who we are.
I fucking broke my foot. Okay, I fractured my foot. I didn't technically break it. Is a fracture? Well, Lex, you're a doctor. Is a fracture like a break? Is a break a fracture?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, I broke my foot. I literally went for a walk with my son, and I was walking down the hill, and it was so nice out. I was turning around. I was like, you know what, Miles, let's go for a run. It's like, I'm going to put you in the carriage. We're going to go for a run. I had time, which I was going in to work for my mom, which my mom owns a restaurant. I work for her sometimes here and there. So I was 3 hours before I had to go work for her, which is on your feet, running around a restaurant. And I was walking back. I was like, let's go for running. Get him in his carriage. And I don't think I told you guys this story, but a chipmunk ate a very expensive cord in my car last week. And it was $850 cord. I live in the woods, so there's chipmunks everywhere. When I walked back, I watched a chipmunk go up into the hood of my car. So I was like, oh shit, I have to spray the spray. So I'm frantically spraying peppermint spray everywhere so the chipmunks won't get back in my car. And like I said, I live in the woods. There's leaves and acorns everywhere. And I just right this, and I just right on the side of my foot. And I quickly got up. I didn't even fall to the ground, but I quickly shot up. And I was just Miles was sitting in his little bike. And I was like, oh, mommy hurt her foot. Just kidding around. And I'm limping back. And now, I don't know if you guys agree, but do you feel after you had children that your pain tolerance, you don't know what is pain and then what's pain?
I feel like I don't know my own pain tolerance.
Yeah.
In a really bad way. Working out, I'm oh, fucking plow through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got that nauseous feeling where I was like, okay, I feel like this is a lot of pain. Oh, and by the way, when I stepped on the acorn, I heard a crack, but I assumingly thought it was the acorn. So I was just I stood up and I sat next to Miles for a second, and I was like, mommy really hurt herself. And he's just staring at me. And so I call AJ, and I'm who works from home, thank God. So he was just sitting at his desk, and I'm like, hey, can you come outside? I hurt my ankle. And I immediately hung up. And he comes outside, and I was like, yeah, I really hurt myself. So I was kind of laughing. I stood up, literally couldn't walk, but it's walk it off. And then I get inside, tried walking around, couldn't walk. So I called my mom. She's like, oh, just go to the orthopedic walk-in. We have one near us. Just thank God. It's a walk-in, but it's for bones. So I dropped Miles off to my mom. We go to the orthopedic, and as I get out of the car, we have to walk in front of 5 million cars. I can't walk. I'm walking on AJ. Anyway, he's like, yeah, it wasn't the acorn. It was your bone. You cracked your bone. So now I'm in a boot for 6 weeks.
All right. But you know what? It'll go by so fast.
I just hate not running, but it is what it is.
Kendra, what was your hot take of the week? But we just had the emergent. I live on base for the military, so they classify different things as emergent, and this one was emergent because when we turned on our oven, you can smell gas.
Oh no!
And they're like, okay, we'll be there in 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, we just finished dinner. It doesn't smell like it now, but when we were cooking, it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we smelled it. And of course, he gets here and he's like, oh, I don't smell anything. It's fine.
Oh, God.
So you're like, am I going to die or what? Yeah. I mean, we didn't smell it when he came after. When he was here, we didn't smell it. But when I was cooking, it set off my fire alarms.
Jeez.
Wait, that's carbon monoxide, girl. But it wasn't. It was the oven was literally smoking.
It's a gas stove? Obviously.
Yeah. He looked at it. He's like, yeah, it's dirty. Nothing's burning. I don't smell gas, so I think you're fine. And we're like, I mean, I don't smell gas now either. But of course, when you're not here, I smell it. It's one of those.
Yeah.
We look, of course, idiots.
Well, at least you're safe and your children are safe.
What? And you made a really good apple pie today, right? Or this week? Yeah, dude, literally, Alec was so sweet. He goes, this is actually the best apple pie I've ever had. Wait, Mia, Kendra is an insane baker.
Really? I can't bake to save my life. I'm the person that's 1 cup of sugar. Okay. I don't even measure. Yeah, I don't have the patience.
No, I mean, she's I used to bake a lot.
Really?
A lot. Yeah, you did. But then I moved to Hawaii and I didn't have my my things, my baking stuff. Like I didn't even have my mixer. I stopped and I'm just starting to get back into it. But it can be hard with the kids, honestly. Like you want them to help, but
yeah. Just we don't want to chew on eggshells. Like you're like, okay, honey, you can break the egg, but low key, this is gonna be your scrambled egg for lunch instead of the fucking baked goods I'm making. So
we're totally getting off topic, but it's fine because I made a sourdough starter and it was so good. Like I made 2 giant things. I'm not going to know anything about sourdough, but I made 2 giant jars of starter. Like took a lot of time, a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Went on vacation and it went bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit. Like I got to throw this away. And then I told somebody that makes sourdough and they're like, oh yeah, you could just like restart it. And I'm like,
refeed it or whatever.
cool.
Mia, do you make sourdough bread? I've tried like 8 times. I want to do it so bad. I killed it 8 times. I can't even keep a plant alive, so I couldn't keep it alive.
Wait, how did you kill the starter? The bread?
No, I killed the starter like literally 8 times. It would get moldy and then it just like wouldn't grow. And then like, I'm like, oops, I forgot to feed it. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, okay, I have to tell you guys my hot take.
Oh, yeah.
So it's so embarrassing.
Oh,
so
no.
I live in the country. We have 15 acres and I have blinds, okay, or
oh no,
curtains. And for whatever reason, I'm like, it's so early. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I wake my kids up at 7 and I make them breakfast. Well, this one morning, I think it happened like Tuesday, I was at the kitchen sink and it faces the only big window you can see people is like the window I had open. And I had a tank top on like this and I had underwear on. And the Amazon driver decided to deliver my Starbucks coffee at 7:30. And I'm standing at the kitchen sink with like probably these like mom underwear and this thing. And I was so embarrassed that I laid on the ground. He could probably still see me. So
this is worse.
I army crawled.
Not bad.
Oh no, it gets worse. I army crawled into my shirt because I'm like, he for sure can see me doing this. And I was like shimmying my way into my bedroom. I'm
picturing it. I totally can because it's something I would do.
You can picture it because it happened. And like all day in my head, I was like, I'm not opening the curtains until I'm done with breakfast because he got a scene and he was probably like putting it on the ground and like taking the picture while he's like, dude, I can see this bitch like crawling away. Like, I see you.
Dude, you're like in the background of his delivery picture.
It's just her ass. Dude, probably no, it's just just me laying on the ground like this. Like straight up. Wait, they were delivering so they weren't delivering your Starbucks coffee. They were delivering like you ordered coffee. Yeah. So like
cans,
of course subscribe to the nitro, the cold brew nitros from Starbucks because they're amazing with that creamer I was telling you last time. Yeah, so I get a delivery every week, which I should have known that I was gonna get it, but
that's really early, though.
That's hilarious. I was and like, of course, you look like your ratchet self in the morning. Yes. Like, so bad. Oh, yeah. Anyway. That's hilarious. Yeah. So this weekend, I decided to be cutesy and decorate my house for the season change. Are you guys, Mia? Kendra, I'm going to get to you last because you and I are very similar. But Mia, I want to know, do you decorate for each holiday or are you more like Christmas only? Whatever? Yeah. I have a real bad case of OCD. Real bad case. I don't know if you guys knew that about me. Like if someone broke into my home, they would be like, no one lives here. Okay, that's like me tapping myself on the back because it really does get messy. But now that I have Miles, but I have to keep my house where it looks like a hotel. Like I can't, which is really going to be bad when Miles like really has like a crap ton of toys or when I have more than one child. But I'm really, really OCD. So if I have like clutter freaks out. Like I can't, no can do. So I do Christmas. I love to put my Christmas tree up like right after the day after Thanksgiving. I love to put my Christmas tree up, decorate everything. But no, too bad of OCD. Maybe a pumpkin here and there. And I did just recently make like little handprint leaves that I put around that were Miles' handprints. So I did that. Other than that, can't do it. Can't do it.
Okay. That's definitely a hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely can't relate.
Yeah.
I know. Kendra, go ahead. Spill your deeds. I know you're a decorator. Like, you're from the same family as me. I know your mom.
My mom.
Yeah, like
your mom and my mom were like
overdone. Yes. Every holiday, not even just holiday, but like literally every season, it's spring, and they're like, okay, we got to change these towels out.
Yeah.
Like, we cannot have fall colors. It's spring. Come on. And 4th of July, like the littlest things get decorated.
Yes. Oh,
100%.
So for all the holidays, like not just Christmas, like you do it all for all of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lex, I've seen those pictures of your mom's Christmases with those tall ceilings.
My mom is extravagant.
Yeah,
but so is Aunt Cindy. Kendra's one.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are legitimate extra, and in the best way, because honestly, I love that I do that. My mom's like, did you put up, because they're really big into like Christmas villages or like Halloween or Easter villages.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing for anyone else really, but like my grandmother made a lot of the villages, or she like starred in it.
Painted.
And it's like, like painted them like little tiny houses. And my mom gave me her Halloween one. She's like, are you going to put it up? And I'm like, so I don't have enough space for that at the moment. But I do intend to. But like all of my family, and I don't know, Mia, if you do this, but like all of my family, we are like obsessed with dish towels. No. It's like the greatest gift you can give someone. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm going over to your house. I'm going to give her the cutest little Easter dish towel.
That's so funny.
She's going to love them.
Yeah, no, it's the dish towels, because Mia, that would actually be a very good way for you to decorate.
Add it in.
Because you can put like a seasonal thing in the bathroom where you have your hand towel. You can do it in your kitchen, like multiple places, your bathroom. Yep. It's an easy way that you're already going to have something there, but you might as well just make it seasonal.
Yeah, I just have to find ones that like fit my aesthetic, you know? They got to like find the right one.
Yeah. I feel like Marshall's has the best.
Yeah, they do.
That's usually where I get mine at Hobby Lobby.
I wish there was a Hobby Lobby around me. There's not.
I just went to Hobby Lobby for the first time in a long time last week, and I've already gone 3 times since.
I wish there was one. I think there's
so
30,
good.
because one like probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes for me.
I mean, worth the drive though.
I know.
Yeah, their seasonal stuff sales.
Yeah.
Oh, Home Goods? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of the same vibe though. They're literally the same company.
Is it?
I mean, yeah.
Interesting.
One is just not open on Sundays. Okay. Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and I think there's one more, but like if you ever get a gift card, it says that you can use them at all of the places, because they're like the same.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah. Like the Marshalls, the Home Goods. Okay, that makes total sense.
So now you know that our family is just absolutely obsessed with decorating.
That's really funny.
And yes, I feel like it makes my house feel homey. And like I always go and get like a scented pumpkin candle, not the pumpkin latte that I'm waiting for Mia to give me, but like a pumpkin candle, because like my aesthetic is like cute pumpkin.
Yeah.
I'm not like throwing up those puffy fucking like scary dolls that they put that like take over your yard. Like that's not my vibe. It's more like cutesy, glittery here and there.
Yeah.
We get from our parents. They are like very classy with their decorations. Like they have them and you see them, but they're not like tacky.
Yeah, that's my
problem
with like Home Goods, is because I'm like, it's tacky. Like I can't have it. But if they do it in like a way that fits my vibe, I think I could decorate. I just have to like find the right stuff.
You have to go and commit to be like, I'm going to get holiday stuff.
Yes, that all fits.
Do you advise his partners like your husbands, do they get bothered by the decorations? I guess Mia can't really, but does he want decorations? I guess in the
Yeah.
opposite
No,
sense.
he doesn't care about the decorations, but the Christmas thing, like he won't do it any sooner than Thanksgiving. So I have to do it after Thanksgiving. My mom will notice if I like send her a picture. She's like, "Oh, cute, you put your Halloween stuff up." I'm not kidding you. Last year, I decorated for fall, had a wreath on the door. I had like everything to the nine, like I do to this year. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, did you notice the decorations?" And Joan's like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Do you not think they look cute?" He's like, "Oh, no, good job." Like, just notice it. So now he like knows to be like, "Oh, you put your placemats out. Good for you." Whatever. So it's totally
Alec
fine.
notices, but he doesn't really say much, but I also don't go too overboard. So I don't think he gets overwhelmed by it.
Yeah. So Mia was telling me, and I told her that we had to talk about this because she had asked me about a nap schedule. And she asked me about how to transition mild into one nap instead of two. So Mia, like, where are you at with that right now? So jumping into the whole nap thing, last week we tried to do the whole one nap thing. I think he was just going through like a little sleep regression. Did your kids go through like all the normal sleep regressions? I know some kids like skip ahead and like don't go through them at all. Did you guys like he went through a 4-month, a 6-month, and then a 10-month?
I never really, this is gonna sound bad, but like I don't really think I cared
Yeah.
about those. Like
But
they
like
I don't know how it's a safe. Like, no, my first daughter, like my daughter, my first baby, she was never a sleeper.
Yeah.
Like, always wanted to be alert, always wanted to be awake. Like, yeah, she took her naps, but like, if she got any sleep, I was good. Like,
Yeah.
have it. Like, so I never really was like, maybe it's just I didn't notice a regression.
Miles literally
I don't
slept
know.
from when the doctor told us, like, okay, he could start sleeping through the night. He's gaining like enough weight. We would just like try and let him go. And he was just the best sleeper. Like, always slept through the night from like as far as I could remember. So at 4 months, when he went through that regression, I was like, shit, like this sucks. So went through a 4 month, a 6, and then just went through a sleep regression. But I thought the sleep regression was maybe he needed just one nap 'cause he's doing two. But we're back to 2 naps. I think he just needs to. I don't think he's ready for like the 5 hour like wake. Like essentially they have to be up for 5 hours, put them down for one nap, and then they're up for 5 hours before they go to bed. But I just truly don't think he's like up for that yet. I don't think he's capable of that. So we're back to two naps.
How old is he?
He'll be 11 months next week. But there's like, okay, so for me, shout out to my sister-in-law because she like trained my ass. She gave me so much. And like, you know how you get advice from people that it's like,
Yeah.
oh, do it this way, do it that way. Like, I'm like, okay, thanks. But like, I actually really trusted my sister-in-law because she had twins first. Oh my God. And she was so regimented. They sleep so amazingly. And that's like in the truth. She was like, girl, do this, do this. And I was like, okay. So I always kept Jace on number one. Schedule is like everything for me, for my family. And I like looked up, I was like, okay, how long should I don't know. I forget when you start taking only two naps. I think it's like 6 months or 7 months or something. I'm around there. And I would do like an hour and a half in the morning and then like an hour and a half at like right after lunch at like 12:30 or 1 or something. And so Natalia and Jace did that for a really long time. And then when I noticed that she was staying up a little bit later, then like I always put my kids to bed. Like Natalia goes and she settles down at 6:30 and by 6:45 or 7, she's sleeping. Yeah. I did learn from Jace because I, as a first-time mom, let Jace fall asleep in my arms every night until 10 p.m. It was at 10 he would fall asleep. And I was like, oh my God. Then when I would put him down, he'd scream his face off. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's up? And then finally, I tried the cry it out method very gently. I wasn't like, no, don't talk to me. Every like 3 minutes, I'd talk to him in the monitor. I'd be like, buddy, I'm right here. I'm right here. And he would like hear my voice. The very first time he did it, he was like an hour. And then night 2 was like, he only cried for 20 minutes. The third night was like 10 minutes. And then by that time, he was understanding that, okay, I have to relaxed.
Yeah.
So with Natalia, I noticed she was staying up a little later. And then I started cutting her for her morning nap. So I started doing like hour and a half in the morning, and then I'd cut it to an hour. And then I would keep the hour and a half. And I kept shortening it until I got to the 15-minute mark around like for like 10 a.m. And then I was like, all right, she's gone. Like, I
Yeah.
did that for like a week. And then I just transitioned to a 2-hour nap in the afternoon.
Yeah. That's definitely what I have
So.
to start doing because a 2-hour, one nap, one consolidated nap, I think would be just like so much better. But I just don't know if he's ready yet. But I mean, a lot of things you look up says they're not really ready until like 13, 14 months. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and see if like, I don't know, once he starts like not wanting to do the second nap. But it's like hard. Like this whole napping thing, I never thought it would be like I mean, we're very like scheduled, which is hard to explain to some people, but it does help him sleep better at night and like sleep better during the day and have he's like just not as fussy from being on a good schedule. But I mean, that's just how we run. I know it's like controversial. I'm scheduled. Like my kids don't get out of bed until 7:30.
Yeah.
Like they have a hatch and it goes off. Like the light turns off at a scheduled time and they're allowed to like call for me.
Yeah.
And that really works.
I love
for
that.
us. Well, Kaya can get out of bed, but my son's still in his crib. So, but yeah, they'll
Right.
call for me then. And then Koa sometimes will take a morning nap. He's 18 months, but usually he can get away with just the one.
Yeah.
Unless it's like we doing something busy in the morning. But we'll take one around 1:30 after lunch and like let it settle in. And then I'll take a nap and then they'll nap for like an hour and a half and that's it.
Yeah.
8 o'clock hits and they're in bed, usually. Obviously, like, but like I think Alexa's a little bit more structured on that when I've talked to her. I have like, there's a lot of nights where we'll be doing something and the kids won't get in bed until 9. And like, obviously that's not ideal.
Yeah.
But I know that really bothers Alexa. She's like, no, I got to get
My
home.
eyes twitching. Hey, like, so if Natalia goes down for one nap, then when she if she does like, say she does 3 hours, do you push bedtime off or do you still keep it at the same time? Girl, no baby. Just saying. No baby these ages should be taking a solid 3-hour nap.
I know.
No judgment on any parent if that works for them. But you are just going like think about if you put them down for like from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you're setting yourself up. They say that you should have at least 3 hours of them being awake before they will settle their brain.
Right.
So like the older they
you
get.
also put your kid to sleep a lot earlier than I do.
No, and that's true. Like I'm just saying even if you put your kid to bed at 8 o'clock, like you're not letting them nap until 5 and then being like, oh, here you go.
Yeah,
that would be go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, like
My
honestly,
daughter,
I would
does
say,
Jace take the nap, you said?
oh yeah.
So yeah, because that it usually stops around 3.
No, my mom thought I napped until 5. And they say like for the brain development, this is like chiropractic wise, they do say for brain development that you really should have your child nap until 5, even if it's just a rest time.
Or quiet
so
time.
like sometimes Jace doesn't know, but Jace knows. I say, this is okay. This is a quiet time. If you want to read to yourself, which he can't read, but if you want to read to yourself quietly, like in bed, you can. And he knows that he has to lay in bed. He has to just chill out.
Yeah.
And like, but I would say the 7 days he naps, I would say 5 of them he actually does nap.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing, Mouse. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
exactly how Kaya is.
yeah. And like, I think
she's
like it does get harder when you have more kids to keep them on the same schedule. But my recommendation is keep them on the same freaking schedule.
My kids are.
Yeah. Yeah. I know yours are. But like just for
my-
first time moms, it's easy. One.
My 1-year-old, though, he will nap a little longer. Like my daughter, when she does nap, it's like 45 minutes to an hour, but it's enough that she gets a little refresh and she can continue through the day. Like I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, for sure. And like if you are transitioning into one nap, I would say don't go any later than like 2.5, maybe, depending on what it is. But
When you
if
go
you're
to bed.
starting your nap for the kids at 1:30, it's probably not a good idea to do a 2.5 hour nap.
Yeah.
But if they're starting at 12:30 right after like lunchtime,
Right.
then that's, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't sleep at like 7 or 8,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. He just has to have enough sleep pressure before going to bed. But 2 naps just for now is just what we're sticking with, and then we'll go from there. But I did try the whole 1 nap thing. I just don't think he's ready. A lot of people say too, like the whole 1 nap. He's still only 10
Whoa.
months, so that wouldn't be out of.
He's little, girl.
Yeah, he's still teeny. Like, and I thought just because he sleeps so well overnight, like he sleeps 12 straight hours through the night. So I thought, okay, maybe he's like going to be ready earlier than like most, just because he was regressing at night, like waking up and stuff, which he never does. That's why I thought maybe he was ready, but he's not. He's not ready. So we're staying with the 2 naps, and then we'll go from there.
It's good.
Yeah.
Sleep is like Alexis. Sleep is important for brain development.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Is he waking up right, or is he just waking up and just like fucking around?
It was right when he started to learn to stand in the crib. So he would wake up and then realize, oh, I'm gonna stand now, and he would stand and then cry for us to come in. And now he's too big to like rock him back to bed or like say like, okay, like go back. Now as soon as you walk away, he's like, what the hell? Why are you walking away? And he's standing, like, he'll stand back up. So it was a lot. We just had to keep going in. We would kind of do a little bit what you're saying, Lex, like very gently, let him cry for a little and then go in and be like, mommy's here. I'd lay him back down because he's standing. Yeah. So I'd lay him back down and be like, mommy's here. And he has a lovey. So he has like a little animal and he holds his lovey and then I walk away and then he hysterically cries. But then he will for a second calm down and then he just puts himself to bed, which usually is only one time I have to go in. But now that he's over this little regression that he was going through, he doesn't wake up. So literally 12 straight hours. And I'm knocking on wood that he doesn't literally wake up. Right?
Yeah. I low-key hate the cry it out method, Lex. I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you hate it. It did not work for my daughter. And then I didn't even have to do it with my son because he was such a better sleeper.
Yeah.
But my daughter would just like cry, scream, cry, not just cry, like scream.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't know why, because she's never been left. And that might be in a whole
I know
other
you
topic.
don't like. Yeah. I mean, the cried out is very controversial.
I agree. But I do think that if you do it the right way, it's not like you're going to leave him and like let him think that he's alone and like, completely neglected.
Yeah.
If you do it right, not saying you didn't, Kendra, but if you can make it past the first 2 days, they know that it's okay. Like for me, when I first did it, day 1, like I said, he cried for an hour, but I just didn't pick him up. Like he cried and he wanted to be picked up, but I was like, no, you have to lay down. And I stayed on the outside of the crib and I just rubbed his back.
Yeah.
For like a little bit.
What age did you start that?
I started
too late.
A month. Too late, because they say that
maybe
like
not,
you should.
Because if it worked for you, then maybe it wasn't too late.
Yeah, I mean, it was. That's true. I feel like maybe it was his time, but like I noticed he wasn't going to bed until 10 o'clock, and he was falling asleep on the couch. And again, first time mom, like I don't know, and like I'm getting a lot of advice. Like my sister-in-law is like she was my go-to because I didn't know anything. She's like, Lex, you just gotta try a soft, gentle version of crying out.
Yeah.
And then so when it was like 10 months, it was 10 months because we moved into our new house. And I would lay him down. He's like, mommy. And I'm like, no, buddy, I'm right here. You just lay down and you're okay. I'm right here. And then after like a couple of minutes of that, I'd walk out and he'd cry. But I would only let him cry for like 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah. But I would be talking to the monitor. So Mia, that's what I was going to say to you. At nighttime, if he stands and cries, he knows that you're going to come in directly.
Right.
So give him a second to like sort it out. Like, honestly, be like, oh, I hear him. I'm going to wait 3 minutes. And then talk to him in there and be like, buddy, mommy's sleeping too. Like, go ahead and lay down. I'm right here.
Yeah.
So then he hears you. And if he continues to like stand up and like want you, just go in, because he's at the age now where he's not 4 months old. So you can't like squeeze him all night. He'll just expect it. But like he's at the point where you can just hug him and he's still in the crib and just like you're with him and comforting him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I did the like comforting. I would go in. I would like try to do it, closer together, then spread it out. I tried it and I literally couldn't. My heart couldn't take it because she would scream. It wasn't just like a soft whimper. It was literally like
she was hurting.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Right.
do it.
I know.
So then I
And
had a
like
rocking
everybody
chair
is different.
and I would rock her
Yeah.
to sleep. I never had to do that with my son. I don't have to do that with this baby. There's different type of children, but it
Yes.
sounds like, Mia, your baby would be the perfect for the cry it out.
Yeah, we
It just didn't work for
yeah,
me.
we did start it at like 4 months ish, but we did like a very like light version of it. But when he went through regression, and it did help a lot. And then this past time, I was doing something a little bit bad. I was in the very beginning, I was getting in his crib with him to make him go back to bed. I just wanted to like snuggle him and be like, it's okay, like whatever, and or get out. And then but then I was doing that for like a week and a half, and I was like, okay. No, then I broke my foot. And so it was that weekend, and I was like, AJ, let's just let him for like just a few minutes, give him like 3 minutes, go in there, lay him back down and say, no, like we're not waking up yet. And I think we went in like 3 times to do that. And then the very next night he woke up and cried a little and then just soothed himself back to bed. So far working, hopefully.
See, that's so good. A weird topic that you never thought you'd be worried about.
No.
But napping and sleeping,
I
it doesn't come natural.
always thought the whole napping thing was like, my kid will nap at 10 and 2, like easy peasy. But then it's like, okay, he slept a little longer today now. The next nap's of the year. It's like, oh, he took a nap in the car. Like, it's so confusing.
The car nap? When you're turning around, like, don't go to sleep.
No,
don't
literally, I'm like, no. There's a song. I'm going to put you all on this freaking song. Especially, Kendra, you have a littler baby. Because I think it's for like littler babies, but it's called the Happy Song. Yes. It's okay. So like, we already know this. We already know this. Okay. I use that to keep him awake.
I don't know this. What is it?
Okay. Look up the Happy Song by Imogen Heap. I think that's the name. And it's scientifically made to make a baby happy, like stop crying, and to keep them awake. It's like if you're driving, to keep them awake. It's like scientifically.
What? Like the pitches of the singing goes up and down. They like say words that the kids really recognize, like airplane, and they have like sound effects, and then gets the kid like hooked on it. So you can like play it in your car.
We have it on
This might be a trick for people who hate the car, because there is some kids.
Yeah, we have the song on, no joke, on repeat, and he, as soon as I turn it on, he's like this. In his seat, he immediately smiles. He loves the song.
Wait, but also, Kendra, what you just said, it is very true. Way that people are and the way that their everyday lives are is how well kids do in the car. Like, I know every baby is different and every child is different, but like for me, I travel so much that they are just honestly so used to it that like the kids have made crazy trips with airplanes, driving in the car for 11 hours, the longest car ride Jace has ever been in one stretch, actually in Natalia, is 36 hours. And like breaking it up, obviously getting out. I'm not keeping my kids in the car seat, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't do that and you don't bring your kids out for long periods of time, I do feel like it's harder for your kid to be like, wait, have I been in this car for 3 hours? Like, because I'm not loving this. I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that. The more that you do it, the more they get used to it. But also, I think every baby is different. Like, some babies come out and they're like, I love the car. I love the vibration. And other kids are like, this is awful. What is this seat? Yada, yada, yada.
Agreed.
I think it can be both, and one can help the other. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and you have to find ways, especially as they get older, to entertain them differently. My daughter, who's 3, she just wants to hear her songs on repeat. So that's tough for me. Trolls. Over and over again. It's fine.
Like, okay, this is kind of a hot take. And I actually thought about this, and I thought about, Kendra, you never check your Snapchat, but like Mia, you do.
Yeah.
I wanted to message you guys because like, you ever like think that you still got it? Like, you're still super cutie. Like, you're looking good. It's a good hair day. You look good with your glasses on. You're sitting at a fucking stoplight, and this man rolls up and like is next to you. You know what I'm saying? And your windows are down, but like you're hearing like Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, like a freaking like little kid song is playing. And you're like, so, never mind. You know what I mean?
Really.
It's so embarrassing.
That's just like proof that you're a MILF. Because if you're still getting looked at, but Mr. Sun or whatever that song is playing, You got it. You still got it.
Wait, what?
I mean,
Like,
back
what?
in the day, it would have been like T-Pain, whatever.
Oh yeah. What
Oh my
like your
gosh.
your kids like go-to song? Like Kendra, yours is troll. Your kids are trolls.
Can't Stop the Feeling or whatever.
Oh,
Justin
okay.
Timberlake.
No, no, no,
Listen
no.
to that.
Like, what's his playlist that if he could pick like a song, like a playlist?
That's his song,
It's Troll?
girl. No, not the whole troll thing. He just
Just
likes
that one song?
Song.
he
I'd
likes
die.
that song, and he well, it's not just that one. It's that one,
Oh.
and it's the Cars soundtrack.
Oh.
Life is a Highway. You know how
Good,
many
though.
times
I like that.
I heard that song? Like, yeah, you like it until you hear it 18
Yeah, and then you don't like it
freaking
past it anymore.
times.
Yeah.
It's a struggle that moms go through, and it's a sacrifice because
I mean,
I don't get to hear the new music anymore.
No, mine's just Miles likes like Raffi. Do you guys remember listening to Raffi when you were younger? You have to. Like I said the same thing. I said to my mom, I was like, oh, I don't remember Raffi. You will if you listen to his.
He just sings nursery songs.
Yes. Yeah. So Miles likes
Yes.
Raffi radio.
Yeah.
So anything
No.
like Baby Blue and the Deep Blue Sea, so, you know.
oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
It's just an artist who sings all
All
of these songs, right?
Yeah, it's just like a specific
Got it.
artist. Yeah. Raffi. So I just say like, hey Google, play Raffi, and he like smiles and then we listen to the soundtrack. But like I know all the songs like by heart, every one.
Okay. What their kids' playlist is?
Yes.
So that we can try to
That's
incorporate
fair.
some of the good ones into ours to switch it up.
I'm not letting my kids listen to nursery rhymes. I mean, I'm not letting them listen to like T-Pain or like Lil Wayne right yet.
Yes.
But like Jace loved Morgan Wallen,
Yeah.
but he does like Cookie Monster. That actually happened to me. It scared the crap out of me. 5 a.m. like backing out of my driveway to go to CrossFit in the morning. The song, do you know what the song C is for Cookie?
Yes. Wait, because
Cookie
I only
Monster
know
song?
because Miles is obsessed with Elmo. That
Okay. So if you hear the song,
I'm
it starts off like, and I was like, it was the last song that was on when I got like out of my car.
Did you
And
freak out?
Like out of all songs, I was like, this is like uncomfortable to listen to.
That is
I
so
love
funny.
that.
No one wants to be rolling to that. Well, let's just talk really quick. Like, what are you guys doing this weekend? Mia, what are you doing?
Well, I was running a half marathon, so I won't be doing that anymore. Really sad about that.
Oh, snod.
But no, I have a cousin birthday party, 2-year-old birthday party, so that'll be fun. For the little baby.
That is
Other than that, I'm just hanging low. I can't really do much. So, actually, no, this is big. My mom's restaurant is celebrating 30 years, so I'll be there all weekend, which is like really fun. Yeah, I'll just be like limping around and handing out champagne. So, and we're gonna bring Miles. I know he won't remember, but just to tell him one day that he was there to celebrate.
Yeah.
Bring him.
I'm driving home.
Oh,
I'm
you
driving
are?
home, like to my parents' house for the weekend.
Nice.
Friday through
Okay.
Monday. Alec is going out of town for a little bit, so it's just gonna be me and the kids in the car. So that's
Good luck
fun.
to you. You're going to be playing your playlist.
It's like it says like almost 3.5, a little less. But then by the time you stop, because the baby has to eat
Yeah.
or the toddler has to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom,
Yeah.
whatever, it's close to 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attempt, and wish me good luck. I'm going to attempt to carve pumpkins with the kids. Like, it'll be easy with Jace, but Natalia is straight up wild. Like, this girl is wild. She,
Wait. You know what you should do then?
What?
Paint them.
Yeah, just let her paint it.
Paint.
yeah, but I
or,
kind of
like,
wanted
even
them
if
to
you don't
like
like
scoop
messy-
it out.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to get messy with the paint, then markers.
Yeah.
That's
Stickers.
true.
Oh, that's
gotta
a
get
good
creative.
idea.
Get her little
Yeah.
foot on the pumpkin and then make little ghosties.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
I know a
Right.
lot of moms don't either want to it can be dangerous because this tool can be sharp. They're getting messed like this. Everything gets
You're throwing
yucky.
guts everywhere.
Worst case scenario, you let them paint it or whatever, and then like later that night when they're asleep, you can carve a face in it.
True.
That is a really good idea because I was actually dreading it. I was like, I want to do something cute, but I was dreading that. So
Yeah.
that's a really good idea.
Yeah, that'll be cute.
Okay. Well, now I'm excited. I just gotta get hella stickers.
You were like, I'm not excited to have a cute, fun activity, but like I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well, I was a little nervous. Like
Yeah.
Natalia, she's crazy. Like she'll be like, let me just
It's a
take this
tough
whole
age.
pumpkin and try to throw it. Like that's
Yeah.
what happens. So
Also, everyone leave 5 stars on Spotify. 5 stars. Can they comment on
Yeah.
Spotify?
Yes.
Can they leave like comments?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah, they can.
5 stars and comments. And what we're also you can watch us on YouTube.
Oh.
So if you want to see, you can watch us on YouTube to see what we're doing when we say like, oh, this many, this tall. You actually could see it, and it's on YouTube.
Yeah, you have to go look at it.
Wait, but you can comment different topics you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Because like
That too,
sometimes
that would
you
really
want to
help
hear
us.
someone else's hot takes, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Right.
okay.
Send it.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.